Oh man, the cave entrance. Let's check upon the brothers. What will it be, show? Stats report? Well, the good news is we're not likely to starve tonight at least. Can't be surprised by anything at this point. One thing. I haven't noticed much wildlife on this island. We're out further than anyone has gone. Looks like even the birds and seals don't want to be here. Think there might be something in the cave. It would be a pleasant surprise if a mountain cave had a fresh haul of penguins and seals, but I doubt it. We'd better hope the cairn was telling the truth about the shore cabin then. Now let's not rule that out. We'll be able to sort something out. Thank you for the update. Thank you for listening, Captain. Wait, did you just call me Captain? Thank you both for all your hard work. No bother, simply doing my duty. Wait, did you just call me Captain? Did I? Huh. Well, you are Captain, aren't you? Yes, I suppose I am. What about Hunt? Yes, I suppose I am. Suppose Shaw knows. It's a title you earn. Can't say you haven't, Shaw. Would that be all? I was wondering if you two would like to work with me again after this. Try to make this next meal last. We won't know if any food lies ahead of us. Yes, that will be all. I mean, sure, why not? I was wondering if you two would like to work with me again after this. As permanent crew? I don't know, Captain. Your expeditions so far are marred with disaster, Junior chuckles to himself. But if we end up triumphing in the face of it, we'll consider it. Take care, Captain. Oh, okay, that was nice. So, let's check out the view to the shore. You look out across the ocean. We can abandon the mission and seek the rescue ship. Or, you can check out the cave entrance. You notice that the compasses are pointing directly towards the cave. Forgo the rescue ship, search for the Viscount. Oh man, I don't know. Jesus. Okay, so what could the compasses pointing directly towards the cave mean? Strong magnetic field, I suppose? But how would that drive people mad? Then again, magnets can be created by some sort of electricity. So maybe this cave appears to be some sort of coil, somehow, naturally. Which could be driven by radiation, I suppose. Man, this just screams disaster. Why are we even considering going in the bloody cave? I don't like it at all, man. I don't like it. I mean, I suppose... You know what I'm probably going to do? I will go with the rescue ship. This time, even though it will probably piss off Templeton quite a bit. I will go with the rescue ship. And then I can have a bonus episode where we forgo the rescue ship and search for the Viscount and see how that turns out. But I really feel like the right decision right now is going with the rescue ship. Like, this just smells like disaster. Like, what else could be causing this highly strong magnetic field? People going mad, someone having their tongue cut out, and washing ashore. Like, I swear, I mean, it could be like just strong radiation coming from the cave. The cave somehow works as a coil, so the radiation causes all the magnets or all the compasses to point towards it, because it turned it into a huge magnet. And we were detecting it from like across the ice, for fuck's sake, so there has to be something extremely dangerous in that cave. And I don't want to risk my crew. So, I'm sorry, Templeton, but we will abandon the mission and seek the rescue ship. The crew finally descend from the mountain. Let's follow the path to shore. Wow, look at all those penguins. Game has been saved to 3. Let's inspect the colony. A large colony of emperor penguins. Enough to live on for some time. And let's inspect the cabin. This old cabin from the original Viscount expedition. Designed to sustain life for months, possibly even years on the ice. Let's enter the cabin. Here we have everyone. Let's check up on Stanbury first. Ah, good girl Stanbury. Good girl. Let's pet her. Stanbury happily accepts your head rustling. Your hand rustling the top of her head. Let's check from Cordell. Well, Captain, I suppose we've made it. We should be safe here. We should be safe from here. That is, if our rescue ship is indeed coming. I suppose I shouldn't cast cynicism on this accomplishment. I should be proud to have made it so far. Do you think we could have found the Viscount? We wouldn't have made it this far without you, Cordell. Do you feel proud? Yeah, sure, why not? We wouldn't have made it this far without you, Cordell. I mean, yeah, those scouting dogs. That was so useful. Or Crean, or Russo, or Pascal, or Stanbury. I did not accomplish much on my own, Captain. All I ask is that my kennel be remembered. It will be odd to return to land. My name will be in the papers soon. No doubt I will be recognized for my past. What will you do once we return to land? We already know that. How is Stanbury faring? I doubt you will enjoy the attention we're bound to receive. How is Stanbury faring? She is much more excited to return to land, I believe. I hope we won't need to deliver her pups on the ship. I believe I'll find a new home, start over with a new kennel. I've done as much before. I intend to do so again. With my luck, we will not meet again. It has been good knowing you, Cordell. I hope not. I hope we meet again. Hardly sentimental, are you? I hope not. I hope we meet again. Well, we'll see. Frankly, you seem to bring misfortune, Captain. A jape, of course. It has been interesting, Robin. Promise me that you take care of yourself. Sure will. Kinda worried to speak with Templeton, but I guess we better go out with it. Well, Captain, we have made it here finally. A shame. It seems we will never learn what became of the Viscount. That's something that still matters to you. It isn't hard to imagine. They lost their lives. We're fortunate not to follow them. It is regretful indeed. It isn't hard to imagine. They lost their lives. We're fortunate not to follow them. Perhaps you're right, Captain. Perhaps. We've come so far, I will admit. Over time, it was more than a mission. I wanted to know, desperately. Does it not eat away at you, Captain? Never know. If we are worried about everything we don't know, Richard, we would never get any rest. Of course it will, but that's for me to bear. If I couldn't ensure the crew's safety, it would eat away more. Yeah, let's go with this one. It's basically the whole reason we decided to go with this one. Considerate as ever, Captain. I certainly had my doubts on you, Shaw. I've never been more happy to be wrong. I hope we have the chance to work together in the future. Our lives may be quite busy once we return. We need not work together to remain in contact. I would like that too, Templeton. Are you sure we don't seem to have good fortune working together? Yeah, I would like that too. Well, I can say one thing with certainty. The future is unknowable. Take care, Robin. No matter what happens from here, take care. Okay, so he's not as pissed off as I was expecting. Cannot talk to Hammond. Suppose because he's not loyal to me, maybe. Let's check upon Kurt. I must admit, I don't much care for waiting around, Captain. These old bones are beginning to stir. Well, we don't have a choice. Rescue is coming. Yeah, okay. I wish we could have found the Viscount. We should get some sleep while we can. Well, we don't have a choice. Rescue is coming. Of course. I'm not suggesting this is wrong. You've more than made the right choice. Oh, I just realized. My career as a navigator is just about over, isn't it? Just reached the last great uncharted part of the world. You know, when I grew up reading about the great explorers of old, I always had dreamt I would be the one to plant the final flag. I may be an old man, with a limp, and no flag to place, but I managed it, didn't I? Ha! What will you do once we return to land? There's always more world to discover, Kurt. Better get to selling your stories then. Let's go with this one. The first thing, well, I'm going to check in on my children. I can only hope that they were worried sick about me. Who knows? Maybe my exploration days are over. Now's as good a time as any to call it a retirement. I still raise funding for the field. I don't want to leave folks like Hammond behind there. Maybe I'll move to theater. There's some stories I want to tell. About this expedition. Or any. About home. The islands I left behind. I don't suppose there will be an opening for me. More than earned your rest, Kurt. Yeah, let's go with this one. Thank you, Robin. I should take all of this as a sign to wind down, shouldn't I? I'll always be in contact if you want to work together again, Robin. I'll make sure we do, no matter the medium. Let's check upon Kasha. Captain, I'm putting together the finishing touches on my report. Not much else to do while we wait for rescue. Best hurry, rescue will be here soon, by my estimate. That report best be respectful. You best wear a Fentler prize for this, Kasha. You deserve no less. No less. It's not about award show. It never has been. This was a story I wanted to tell. It's funny, Captain. The reason I took on this story, interest in exploration, was waning. I grew up on the stories of Kurt Darling. Those great explorers were like legends to me. I didn't want that passion to disappear. I never thought I would be part of a tale of sheer endurance myself. It seems like a dream. What we will do once we return to land? Rather fortunate, don't you think? For your report at least. You're one of those great explorers now, Kasha. Your name will be in the history books. That is bizarre to think about, Captain. Regardless, I hope you continue to thrive, Shaw. You deserve that much. In fact, remember to keep in touch with me. Especially if you have a good story to share. They'll write books about you one day, Robin. I know I will. Let's check upon Nutley. I can't believe it. A moment of rest. After all this time. This cabin is like a sanctuary in the oasis. Sorry that sounded overly poetic, didn't it? Like something Kurt would say. You've made it so far. I'm proud of you, Arthur. Are you worried about regaining your seasickness? It is rather poetic, don't you think? Yeah, let's go with this one. It is rather poetic, don't you think? I suppose so. I can't disagree with that. Do you really think rescue is coming soon? I'm sorry to turn doubtful, but those are perilous waters. We know that too well. Rescue will come, have faith. If not, we still have enough supplies to last us a while. Some doubt is healthy, Doctor. You needn't force optimism upon yourself. Yeah, let's go with this one. If not, we still have enough supplies to last us a while. And then, make a life out here for another year. Well, this cabin is certainly more comfortable than the ice. I suppose I should see the silver lining there. You know, I still thought it was all hopeless, even after leaving with that letter. I had very little faith in survival. And yet, people were relying on me, Captain. I can only hope I didn't let them down. You're a good doctor. You've proven as much several times over. I would be happy to work with you again, Arthur. What will we do once we return to land? Let's go with this one. I would be happy to work with you again, Arthur. I would too, but I can assure you, I will never be sailing again. Ever. I've had more than enough for one lifetime. I never felt good enough to carry my father's name, but now, well, thank you. Keep in contact. If you need a haircut anytime, I'll tell my father to treat you for free. So that's nice to hear. Kind of annoyed that I can't see what Hammond's up to, but oh well. Can't win them all over. Let's speak with Junior. About time we had a spot of good luck. Now we wait. There's enough supplies to keep us going for a full year, but let's hope we're not waiting that long. I'm sure you're excited to return to land, aren't you? More excited to return to the sea, honestly. Always took it more than the land. Captain, the Ting Hunt made it here. Part of me, well, I hoped we would find him and the others here, tearing into the Russians. Apparently not. I'm sorry, Junior, he's likely gone. We'll never know for certain, believe what you will. Let's go with this one. I will. Regardless, I'm looking forward to a normal meal for once. If I see another penguin, seal, or tin peach can, I think I'll hurl my guts, Captain. Though, we'll be dining on plenty of fish for the next sail, I imagine. Are you worried about Hunt? What will you do once we return to land? Track down whatever greasy spoon I dined in back in the city and try their entire menu. I'm tired, Robin. I'll be happy to have someone cook for me for a change. Stay in contact, Robin. If you ever sail out again, let me know. I'll be happy to work with you. Finally, Grimley. Captain, working on a song that will carry us home. Think I'll call it The Temper's Last Cry. Terrible name, I know. You should play it when we set off. Do you think we could have found the Viscount? You've done great work, Grimley. I don't know how the crew would have managed without you. You should play it when we set off. Best tell the rescue ship to hold on then. I can't finish it that fast. Wonder if Hunt made it. I wouldn't be surprised that old bastard is tough. Some things will remain unknown. I guess let's go with this one. Aye. Can't have it all. I'll take living over these answers. Never thought I'd have a future until I met Hunt. Then I thought I'd never have a future without the man. I was wrong there, Captain. Do you want to work together again in the future? About time you called me Captain. What will you do when we return to land? Don't really know. I'll figure it out though, I'm sure. Don't know what the future holds. I'll just keep with the music, see what happens. Good luck, Captain. We have Templeton again. Best get settled in, Captain. I imagine we will be waiting for quite some time. The days pass in relative silence. Templeton checks the horizon each morning, but still no sign of rescue. The days begin to drift by. There is a sudden rumbling. Did you hear that? Best check, Captain. I guess let's check it out. Earthquake? Volcano? Or what happened? There is a profound shake and the sound of a large blast. It was a volcano, I was right, okay. A change to the usual cold peppering of snow catches your attention. It's warm. In fact, not snow at all, but ash falling from the sky. Well then, inspect the colony. Okay, so same thing. Okay, let's come back in. Volcanic. The man seems clearly defeated. That's it then. The Viscount is forever lost. We could have died up there if we should count ourselves lucky. Shame, but we're safe. That's what's important. Let him have his moment. A horn rings out, cutting through the winds at camp. I didn't just hear that, did I? Arf, arf. Wait, is that Minerva? That's it. That's the rescue ship. Let's go. Let's look out to sea. Man, that's a much better equipped Arctic vessel. Why were we riding on that ship in the first place? A massive icebreaker pushes through the waves and arrives at the shore. Alight the vessel. Lifeboats are sent to shore. It isn't long until all that remain are on deck. Before you stands an old lady, draped in finery. Speak to her. A face you recognize from the Tin Peaches. Minerva Appleton. Templeton steps forward as Minerva and her crew approach your group. Wait, she looks familiar. Is that the woman from the tin food cans? Captain, I never expected Minerva to travel herself. Is she mad? How familiar are you with the company owner? It's commendable. Indeed. You must allow me to the introductions, Captain. I'm certain she will have many questions. Templeton approaches the group. Minerva, it is good to... Where is the Viscount? Rufus Hunt has much to explain. Where is that man hiding? Hunt? Well, Rufus Hunt is dead. He died when we were first trapped in the ice. Rufus Hunt went missing shortly after we became stuck. Let's go with this one. Rufus Hunt went missing shortly after we became stuck. Disappointing, but hardly surprising. You should all consider yourselves fortunate. Had we not seen the eruption, we likely would not have found you. You are Officer Robin Shaw, correct? In Hunt's absence, that would make you acting captain, if I am not mistaken. That would be correct. It is good to finally meet you. Templeton has spoken much of you. That would be correct. If what you say of Hunt is true, we have been leading this expedition for quite some time. Minerva, show us... Richard, please. I'm speaking with the captain. Yes, but... Your counsel will be appreciated once I request it. For now, I would like to hear it from Shaw. We have been waiting a year for this conversation, Shaw. I shan't waste our time making small talk. We stand here without the Viscount. Why is that? We were unable to find any trace of the Viscount. The mission was a failure. I prioritized guaranteeing my crew's safe passage home over your mission. The words of the Viscount's first mate warned us, stay away. I think she'll catch that as superstition and won't be very happy. Then again, this sounds a bit over your mission, like, sounds kind of accusatory. The words of the Viscount's first mate warned us to stay away. Odd that you would turn back on a year's work, on the word of a long-departed stranger. I won't mix words, Shaw. From what I understand, you made the conscious decision to abandon the mission you were hired for, breaching your contract. An offense of this degree will see you answering to the courts. Shaw, do you understand? This is ridiculous. You saved the lives of this crew. I will accept whatever legal punishment is expected. I know I did the right thing. This is ridiculous. I've saved the lives of this crew. Slim chance of safe return. I recall such being a condition of this expedition. It cannot be used as a valid reason to abandon it. Do any of you remaining take issue with that? Actually, yes. Richard, you do? Yes. Shaw's leadership has proven beyond valuable. We would not have made it this far without. I fully believe Shaw made the right decision in taking this route. I would stake my professional reputation on it. A strong statement. But you still are but one man, Richard. We will assess your research records. Perhaps there's something to be salvaged from this. She thinks to herself for a moment. I would like to hear from the rest of the crew. I would stake my career and reputation on the work of Robin Shaw. My word may not be worth much anymore, but it's true. With all due respect, Lady Apperton, it would be a great error to apprehend Shaw. Without the captain's diligence, the crew would have starved to death a long time ago. So only Hammond won't be loyal to me, I suppose. I can vouch for Shaw's work. I have multiple recordings and documents, should you need them. I struggled for quite a while, but Shaw pushed us on. I wouldn't be here were it not for the captain's leadership. Shaw's the captain. Got us this far. We're going to punish them for that. Bullshit. You can't do that. Shaw's our captain. Always kept the crew fed, that's for sure. Who's stand up for Captain Shaw. So I suppose it will only be Templeton that won't be standing up for me, but that's understandable. Very nice, very nice. So Junior. Command will probably abstain, yeah. We have Cordell on our side. We have Kasha Belfort. And assume the research. Okay, it comes to our side. Oh, let's see. Hopefully that's enough. My word, you really have fostered a loyal crew, Shaw. Very well. I shan't fight with all of you. Captain Robin Shaw, it would appear you have excelled under those difficult conditions. You will return to land, considered free of any wrongdoing. Though the matter of your pay will still be in question. Minerva turns back, heading below deck. I will speak with her. I will try to ensure that you are properly compensated. Thank you, Captain, for everything. Come on, Robin. Let's go home. Man, has been quite the journey, hasn't it? I'm quite happy that I decided to go for the rescue ship instead of the volcano. That could have ended in disaster. I wonder if we would have found him there, because I don't see where else he could have been. Okay. But yeah, look at this ship. It's so much better than what we had. Oh, the air was cold. Of flake and white, the captain made pledge. To the ice, I prayed the fleece revealed. Out in the ice, I made a claim. But in the dark, I lost myself. Out in the ice, I made a claim. And carved the course ahead. Of home I will reach. To the sounds around, to the souls around, to glory found. To glory the souls around. It's basically the same thing at the start of the game. To the souls around, who brought me here, beyond this polar's edge. The hunger drew the desperate here. It's one that I have fed. Such lonely souls were led. Its calling salt is spread. It's one that I have fed. What did I do? When steel hearts broke and courage did abscond, I have led these souls to help the gods. I learned to live a life out here. Let's go. I have led these souls to help the gods out of the pale beyond. Let's end our journey. Belur Studios. There we go. Man, this was a really good game. It's like amazing. I am pretty sure that's their first game, so for a first attempt, this is just amazing. I mean, I've done a little bit of game development myself, so getting something this cohesive, this all put together on the first try, it's very nice to see. And I'll definitely be having a second playthrough of the game. Still haven't decided if I'll record it or not. I'll definitely do a bonus episode now that we have done the definitive ending of the game, like I would have wanted. I will probably go back to that choice where we could enter the cave and do a bonus episode on that, see how that turns out. And after that, I'll probably go for a completely new playthrough, see what I can do differently, because this is a branching game. So there's definitely a lot of things that could change, from my understanding. So that will definitely be fun, but man, that was a good game. Can't wait for their next release, whenever that is. But yeah, I'm quite happy we managed to get everyone out. Had a few close calls. But yeah, all made it out. Most were loyal to me. So it seems like everything ended up being good. Now, I don't know if I'll be getting my full pay because we didn't find the Viscount, but hey, at the very least, we made it out alive, right? So that's no small accomplishment. That's gonna be the end of the credits. Man, I really like the game. It was quite the experience. I would very much recommend it. I might do a review of the game. So there we go. That's gonna do it for this playthrough of the Pale Beyond. Quite happy how it turned out. Still some questions unanswered. What happened to Hunt? What was in that cave? Could we save all the dogs, perhaps? All questions to be answered in the future. For now, thanks for joining me in this journey. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And yeah, I'm not really sure what exactly I'll be recording next after I'm done with this game. But I guess I'll have to figure that out. For now, thanks for watching, really. And I'll see you in whatever game I decide to record next. So yeah, see you then.